Well, two of the world's top weather agencies are warning people to get ready for several years of record-breaking heat.
There's an 80% chance that the planet is going to break another annual temperature record in the next 5 years. This is according to the World Meteorological Organization and the UK Meteorological Office. Experts say that could lead to more severe weather, including hurricanes and wildfires. Forecasters also warn there's a chance that the world's annual temperature could surpass the Paris Climate Accord goal of limiting warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius before the end of the decade.
And as summer fastly approaches, those in the city are wondering if they could see some of that record-breaking heat right here. For more on that, we're joined live tonight by David Phillips, climatologist for Environment Canada. Good to see you as always, David. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, Lena, thank you. And you too, Bakari. I always enjoy speaking with you. And, hey, there's been a flurry of summer outlooks out the last couple of days. Private services, the U.S. National Weather Service, Environment Canada. And, you know, guys, we're either going to be all right or all wrong. We're saying the same thing, that it looks like it's going to be another summer that's warmer than normal. But, you know, it's certainly in Ontario. I mean, you'd have to go back 14 years and for sure 21 years to find the last time we had a kind of a coolish, cold kind of summer. So it's just been in the cards for so long. I hope it certainly is as warm as last year would be good, but not as wet as last year. So right now we're saying that the entire country is looking like it is going to be warmer than normal, not even near normal. We just say warmer than normal. Now, not every day. Maybe when you guys take your holidays, it won't be so good. But we think that the majority of days will be warmer than normal. And so come Labor Day, when we crunch all our numbers, hey, we'll find out if we're all right or all wrong. But we think it's going to be right. It's also, too, we look at the map for Ontario, around Toronto area in southern Ontario, and the confidence seems much higher than it is in other parts of the country. So it's almost like a done deal. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily go to the bank on it, but I bet a few loonies on the fact it's going to be another warm summer.
Hey, Dave, also, what does this mean for wildfires, especially out west? Yeah. Because, look, right here, it affects our air quality because all of that smoke travels over here.
Bakari, you're so right. We don't necessarily see the flames, but we can certainly smell the smoke as we have in other years. Well, certainly in eastern Canada, and we had a couple of years ago, we had terrible fires in northeastern Ontario and, of course, in Quebec and Nova Scotia. And we were smelling that smoke here in Toronto. So most of the fire activity, of course, and the heat has been out west. We're still waiting for a kind of a hot day here in Toronto. My gosh, May was a bit crappy, according to some people. It was just first time in a long time we've had a May without a 30-degree temperature. And temperatures have been, especially the afternoons, about a degree cooler than normal. But clearly that is the issue. If we actually go forward, it could be warm. And of course, we could have air coming more from the west, and that would bring that smoke from fires, which seem to be already in place in the west and the northwest. And likely with that forecast of warmer and drier for them, they're going to see more forest fires. I think that will be obviously one of the big stories of the year. And then, of course, when you have it warmer, it could be more humid. So a lot more air conditioning being used. So all that kind of there'll be costs associated with that. But also severe weather, guys. You know, we're not just a country of summer severe weather. We get lightning, we get severe thunderstorms, we get heavy rainfalls. I mean, I remember last year we had, it was a warm summer, but we had 2.25 times the amount of precipitation. We ended up with the wettest summer on record, the wettest month of July, the wettest of any month, and the wettest day ever, August 17th. It was nonstop. These storms were lined up like jumbo jets in the airport tarmac, just coming one after the other and just dumping huge amounts of rain. So we wouldn't want that, but certainly that we've had a kind of a wet kind of spring. So, hey, there's a lot of moisture with that heat that could make it more uncomfortable, more of sort of sleepless nights. So, hey, we got a lot to look forward to it, but I certainly think those people who love their winters or their summers warm, I don't think they're going to be disappointed this year.
Okay, final question for you, and it's yes. On the same note. Where is that heat? As you pointed out, like it's been a really cool May, and a lot of people are wondering when it's going to really start to warm up.
Lena, let's forget May. I mean, we're not going to see a warm up in May. In fact, come the last day of May, how cool is 15 degrees? It should be like 22, 23. So we're going to just write off May and say there was no heat. It turned out to be kind of a wet, coolies kind of May. But that doesn't mean that pattern is going to stay for the rest of the summer. No, the heat is going to come from the south and also from the west. It's going to attack us from every direction. And we're just waiting for it. Bring it on.
All right, there we have it. You have been warned. We have all been warned by David Phillips, climatologist for Environment Canada. Thanks
hey guys,
so much,
there was no guarantee with that forecast. Didn't cost you anything, so don't come back and want me to pay for it.
All right, sounds good. We'll hold you to it just as the weather gets warm. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Bye, guys.